From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport. And driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pod on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. In tonight, a fan favorite. Everybody loves him, the Soldier.
Good afternoon.
So I've had these for a little while, and
Are those from our soccer?
no, they are not from our soccer. They are not.
Anytime you hand me something,
no,
usually
I 100%. There's somebody that usually sends, and they're usually joke gifts and all. But you're a big fan of alpacas.
Yes.
And my friend Steve Mills, who works for Castle, also raised alpaca. And years ago, he gave me alpaca socks.
Oh, I'll wear those.
Well, the alpaca socks I had were just black, but they were the best things to run in. And I started running again, so he brought me in some new socks. And he dropped off these, and they had alpacas on them. And I saved them for you, and I've been meaning to give them to you for a week. Because you're a fan of alpacas.
Look at that. The alpaca's cool looking.
That's what I'm saying. The alpaca's on there. I thought of you. I go, that's pretty nice. And Steve does a lot of racing stuff. If you're into his son actually builds race cars and dragsters and stuff like that. So
this is great. This is almost as good as my Matt Reese socks.
you have Matt. Yeah, that's right. You got Matt Reese socks.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That is so funny. I don't know if you saw this story, but I will ask you to think about this, and then I'll tell the story. What is your hold my beer moment? Have you ever had a hold my beer moment in life?
Is that saying, well, hold my beer?
Yes. And then you go, and usually, yeah, it's always like, what does a redneck say before he blows off his finger? Hold my beer. Something like that.
Yeah.
But hold my beer. The reason I'm asking that is in New Zealand, or off the shores of New Zealand, there were some guys out on a boat, and an orca and its baby were swimming by, and the guy goes, hold my beer, literally says, hold my beer, and does a belly flop either on top of the whale, which I shouldn't laugh at, or next to the whale. This is what he does, right? And I think the guy got fined, I think the equivalent of $75,000. Don't quote me on the amount of money, but I'm pretty sure he got fined by the New Zealand government because they're a protected species, but he did a belly flop. And I go, what is your hold my beer moment? And people were writing in on Facebook their hold my beer moments.
I mean, I've said it, but I can't think right now what a hold my beer moment.
Here's one of my favorite hold my beer moments. There was a time where I was in college or just out of college, and we used to play a lot of darts. My college roommate was big into darts. So we had a really nice dartboard in our room with metal tip darts. And I got pretty decent at darts. And I think I was losing a game and about to come back, and all I needed was one bull, and I would win the entire game, win the whole thing. I walked up to the board in this bar, very cocky. I take all three darts. I drop two of them. I look the person in the face, turn around, and go, right there, bullseye. The machine makes off its big, the noise it does. And I just go, that's my hold my beer moment. That's my hold my beer moment, where you just go, boom, done.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Those are moments you get very rarely in life. Can you have a hold my beer moment like that?
Wouldn't you feel like a dick, though, if all of a sudden you freaking didn't hit it?
Oh, if I didn't hit it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I used to do that a lot, where I would drop the two darts just to be a cock.
Yeah.
Or I would throw them down so it would stick at the very tip of someone's shoe if it was metal darts and not really hit their toe, just to be an asshole. There's always friends of mine that I was doing this with. Somebody said when I was at an anime expo, I don't even know what that is, and my friends convinced me I could do a push-up with a girl on top of me. Asked a random girl to sit on top of my back, and I repped out like it was nothing. That's a hold my beer moment. That's one where you get a chick involved. That's a big one.
It is a big one.
That's a big one.
I mean, mine are lame. I have a lame one.
What's your lame one?
Like when in the playoffs, when Josh Allen did a perfect game, and the year they lost Kansas City 13.
Yeah, pretty much. That was the game against New England. I was at that game.
Yeah.
in the freezing cold.
So I said to a New England fan who made my life a living hell for 20 years, I said, here, hold my beer.
How could someone make your life a living hell for 20? Oh, because they were just a fan rubbing it in your face?
Oh, yeah. You know, we had a lot of losing seasons. And I don't know what's worse, having a losing season or losing the way the Bills do.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean by the way the Bills do?
Oh, I break your heart every year.
Yeah. I can understand that.
I mean, the 13-2, I say this all the time, was their Super Bowl year.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I can totally see that.
That was it.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Somebody said jumping a moving train across a bridge in Sacramento. This guy would lived in Sacramento, would hop trains with hobos and then get on top and jump from car to car like in the movies.
Wow.
Did you ever do that as a kid? Did you ever like stand on the roof of a car while someone drove it? Not the hood, but actually up on the roof of the car and surf?
As a kid, I think I did it like about 2 months ago.
Bullshit. You didn't get on a fucking roof of a car and balance like that. I know you didn't.
I never balanced. I would sit on the...
Oh, you would sit... Yeah.
I have no balance.
I took a group of my friends to axe throwing for one of their birthdays. I was holding a baby at a far distance and was just enjoying being a fun uncle so everyone could throw axes and feel responsible for an hour. Out of nowhere, my two best friends demand we have a knife throwing competition to see who could hit the bullseye first. We were told knives were far harder to master than axes. I get roped in, hand the baby off to his mom, grab a throwing knife. Someone yells, go. I hit the bullseye on the first throw. This is it. This is it. Turn back around, pick up the baby before the other two noticed they'd lost while throwing more knives. I didn't throw any more the rest of the day, so I couldn't ruin how cool the moment was. Yeah, you can't fuck that out. You can't. Absolutely can't fuck that up.
No, not at all.
Well, this is like the unofficial kickoff weekend of summer 2024.
Yes.
So there's drinking and partying, and this is like a hold my beer. This is your hold my beer weekend. You have a hold my beer week. You have a hold my beer moment this weekend. It could set the tone for your whole summer.
I think I might. I have a big weekend.
Wait, what are you doing?
Huge weekend. My nephew gets married on Saturday.
Okay.
Matt's 50.
How old is your nephew?
He's going to be 34, 35, I think.
Okay.
He's in his 30s. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good age to get married.
Yeah.
Ah.
Then Matt's 50th. We're having a dinner at Black and Blue.
Okay. When is that?
That's 6:30 on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I got an afternoon wedding and 6:30 on Saturday.
Wait, there's an afternoon wedding?
Yeah, their wedding is afternoon. My nephew's.
On Saturday.
Yes.
And then you go right from there to the dinner?
Yeah.
When's the reception?
It's at a par. It's a small wedding,
Gotcha.
50 people.
Okay, that's nice.
Be there about two hours, so
Okay.
it didn't interfere with us going to Matt's 50th.
Then Matt's 50th birthday dinner.
Yeah,
All right.
and then my brother lives on the water, so we'll probably be over there on Sunday.
Doing a little bit of jet ski and waters
I don't know if they have their boat
in the water.
in the water yet or not,
Okay.
but I think some of the people that live in the area probably do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go there and
No, but so where is your hold my beer? Because the hold my beer could be move on the dance floor at the wedding, could be a speech you're going to give at Matt's 50th.
I'm going to give a speech at
the wedding.
Yeah, at the wedding, because they don't have a wedding party, so he doesn't have a best man. So
Okay.
I told him I would give.
Is this a second marriage?
No?
First marriage.
Yeah.
I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't drink, and
He doesn't drink.
No.
Wow. Where'd you get lame relatives like that?
Well, I bet
I'm totally kidding.
he wishes
Totally kidding.
he wishes he could drink. Let's put it that way.
He stopped.
He would drink if he could. Yes.
He stopped drinking.
Yep.
All right. Well, good for him. I think
Yeah.
you see more and more stuff. Here's what scares me. My phone sends me, or I shouldn't say sends me, but in my feed, I will get from time to time, stop drinking ads.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten those.
Shit. Stop, like the benefits of no longer drinking.
Oh.
And I don't know. I swear to God, everything's listening to us. Everything.
Oh, it is. It totally is.
Because all of a sudden today, I had my iPad out, and I was trying to do some stuff with the iPad, and all of a sudden I hear it goes, what was that? And I look over, and then it goes bing, 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 bing. It's Siri, and it's like listening.
Yes.
and it freaks you out.
I'm used to it by now.
Well, I always think, like, what are they? Who's the they? This is the thing I always have to go back to, because it's very easy to take a blanket statement and go, well, they're listening to us. We're giving up our freedoms. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what they're doing with the information. Could it just be a technological glitch that it just kind of went off and nobody's listening?
Who gives a fuck about us?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
I do.
It's like, if they're gonna really listen to somebody, it's gonna be somebody,
Well, shouldn't we feel that way? Shouldn't we feel that way about everybody, though?
No.
We shouldn't.
No.
Like, what do you mean by no?
I get up. Okay. Who wants to listen to me? I get up, go to work, come home.
No. What I'm saying is, like you're saying, who cares what who's listening to us? But when it becomes like someone we're close to or a friend or whatever, and we hear we think they're judging us in some way or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Don't we get weird?
Yes.
You fucking get very weird.
Fuck
Don't
yeah.
even. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Why?
Why?
Why do we all do it? I mean, I do it too. I don't understand why sometimes.
I'm debating whether I'll say this. I'll talk to you off air because I don't know if I should get into something.
Just do it.
No, I can't.
Do it. Should I mute the mics and then we decide?
No.
So
we'll talk about it. No, we'll talk about it. Let's put it this way. I'm fucking paranoid, and I shouldn't be because I'm heavily medicated. I should not be paranoid, but I feel like at my job, nobody likes me.
Oh,
I feel like that every day, and I know it's made up in my head.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, but I know it. I mean, Marianne's like, tells me every day. She goes, "It's in your head. It's in your head." And if they don't like me, why do I give a fuck anyways?
Because it's a human trait. We all want to be liked. We all want to be liked. We all want to matter. We all want to be liked. We all want to feel like we have some self-importance. This is why a lot of times we create the drama and we do the stuff. And if you could all of a sudden step outside yourself and just sort of laugh, it would be fine. If you took yourself less seriously, you would be more fun. Think of the moments you've had the most fun in your life. And what were you thinking in those moments?
I didn't give a fuck.
You weren't even thinking.
Didn't give a fuck.
You weren't thinking. You were just in the flow. But this is because you're a fish out of water. You're in a job you've never done before.
Yeah.
You've pushed yourself to do something that you're unfamiliar with. It's only been a couple months. It's not. Right. It hasn't even been a year.
Right.
Right. You're talking about people who have been at the job for a long time or are freshly out of college with the latest.
Yes.
Right. And some of them are more educated than you are because they have masters and things like that. I don't have a master's degree. So all this shit, it's in your fucking head. If you just go be you're a likable guy. You know what I hear about you? I'll tell you what I hear about you on the podcast. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I didn't like Mark when he started. Okay. Because, all the stories and stuff, and I wasn't sure what to think. This is a message I got. Okay. I have come to have him become one of my favorite people on the podcast.
Really?
He is just a lovable, sweet guy. And I love when he gets worked up. And I'm not kidding. I love when he gets worked up. That's what they said. But he always has a point. This was a message, and I might be taking actually more than one message and kind of conflating them in my head.
Yeah.
But that's it. So
where's my hate mail?
There isn't any.
Oh man,
there isn't any.
You're not doing your job if you don't get hate mail.
It's funny because I played old air checks yesterday. I played some stuff from when I was sending out air checks to other stations when I was on CMF.
Yeah.
Or part-time or something. And I was basically like the grease man shit. And you had to hear it. And I sent it out. And I go, no wonder no one ever fucking hired me. For God's sake, who'd fucking hire this? I think I have it. But you always, you worry that no one's going to like you.
And I wish it wasn't that way. And I wish I didn't give a fuck. When I was
all that means is you care.
When I owned back to Billy's, I didn't give a fuck what anybody thought of me.
Yeah, because you were the owner.
Because it was mine.
Yes. And you had a little bit of power, right? You were in control.
In the liquor store I worked at, nobody liked me there, but I didn't want to be. The customers, most of them did like me. Some of them didn't, but I didn't give a fuck. But I'm kind of working, the new one. I don't know. It's in my head all the time.
All the time.
It's bad.
So does it affect the way you do your job?
No.
Do you do your job out of fear?
No.
Of them like firing you or
No, because and I'm not an attaboy type of guy.
Yeah.
Like attaboy, you're doing great.
Yeah.
But
it'd be nice to get some
it'd
feedback.
be nice to feedback, and I don't really.
Right.
I really haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't really asked for it either. I mean, every person I work. I mean, this is the biggest opportunity I've ever had, and I love it there, and everything's going great. It's just my mind that plays.
Have you done this all your life? You sabotage yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
So you do what has always been referred to in my life, and my father said I was a master at this. I would, it's always snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. In other words, being successful. Most people fail at this. You somehow power through and get it. My father would go, you have the jaws of victory, and somehow you snatch defeat every time. You fucking it is. It's like a self-sabotaging way. Because I'm not good enough, I don't look good enough, I'm not this, I'm not fun, whatever it is. That's a really relatable thing that you're talking about. I think there's a lot of people who are like that.
But here's the thing, though. It's
What?
like I have no drama. I go in, I do my job, and I leave.
Yeah.
So
But you liked drama, I
don't
swear.
like not anymore.
I would think that's true.
I haven't
I would
liked
think
drama
that's
in a
true.
long time.
Okay.
After Bathtub Billy's, yeah, that was enough drama for
For a lifetime?
a lifetime.
But so you go in, there's no drama.
No drama at all.
And what happens? What are people doing that you think they don't like you? Do they not include you in things? You're in a predominantly if I can speak, and I don't want to say exactly what it is because you haven't, so I don't want to do that. But from what I understand, it's predominantly women.
Yes, mostly yes.
And predominantly women, probably somewhere around 20 years younger than you.
Probably, yeah.
Why? Yeah, dude, you're their fucking dad.
I know.
They don't want to hit with your
that's
dad.
The problem. That's the problem.
And it's not a problem.
I forget that.
But it's not a problem. It's just whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm like I said. I mean, I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like it's going to be different when I'm there for a full season.
I think so. I think I agree.
I went in at the end of the season.
Right.
So.
How were they? But has anybody made you feel welcome?
Yeah, of course. There's always there's and the ones that didn't.
What do you want, a fucking parade?
Yeah,
Jesus,
I was thinking that.
goddamn pussy.
What the fuck? What the fuck's wrong with me? But I don't. I have no problems there. There's no drama. I go home and it's great.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what I mean? I have no really personal relationships with anybody, which is a good thing.
It is, but every job you've had prior to that has been more intimate.
Yes.
And when I say intimate, I don't mean like hooking up and all that, but intimate. You would talk to people. Radio was well, we talked about it almost incestual with the people hooking up and stuff.
Yeah.
But you had that became your social circle.
Yes.
And you got to know people beyond what they did. You got to know them as people. Same thing when you were at Time Warner, I would assume.
Yeah.
Then the liquor store, you saw all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And now this is like completely different.
It's a total different animal, and it's actually I love going in every day. I do. I don't hate. I get up every morning. I don't mind going in.
Yeah.
I have. This is Matt would find this funny. I've been there 3 months. June 4th, and I have not missed a day.
Okay. Have you normally in that stretch of time you would miss time?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But the expectations are higher. You got to dress a little bit better. And you probably feel good about yourself because you feel like you're making a difference.
I do,
Yeah.
and I work.
I know all this shit sounds really corny, and people go, "What are you talking about?" Again, tell me a dick joke. But think about this for anybody: if you're not excited to get up every day for your job, find something new. Find something that does excite you. When people say "do what you love," that's what they're talking about. Do what you love. Sometimes it takes a while to find that.
And you said it yourself. You just said it. How many? Would I sabotage? I mean, am I? And I'm not going to.
You're not going to.
No, not this time.
No.
But I have before.
Sure, you have. Yeah, we all have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So it's
I totally did, dude. I totally fucked myself. I totally did.
Oh, I know.
Well, what in what way? What one are you thinking?
I'm thinking of your radio days.
Yeah, which one?
I don't know. I mean, there were so many. There's so many sections of Bill Moran Radio.
There are. Actually, everything went pretty well after 1999. Up to about present day. Not bad. Not bad. I had a lot of battles along the way, but everything was good.
Yeah.
I think the one where I really screwed myself was oh God. Well, I might as well just tell it. This is bad. This was kind of bad. And to a certain extent, my father will still bring up this person in a negative way in my life all the time. All the time.
A woman?
Yeah.
Girl?
Yeah.
Do I know her?
Yes.
I know who it is.
You do.
I totally know who
Oh,
it
yeah,
is.
you do. Yep, you do. Should I take a moment and come back and tell the story?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take a moment. I'll come back and tell
I'm looking forward to the story.
I will tell you the story. And it is literally how I sabotaged myself. And I don't understand because I've done it over and over and over again in some way. And you may make me get to the root of it. We'll see.
All right, we're going to do it.
We'll get to it next.
Yeah, I don't think I said anything wrong. Like, no one, they couldn't, I didn't mention the place at all. I could say it.